All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today, we're here with the Air Tractor AT-802. This is a beautiful aircraft with Pratt & Whitney PT6-67AG engines. I did look up the realistic stats of this aircraft. So in Microsoft Flight Simulator, we have the cruising speed of 146 knots. Fuel burn is 237 liters per hour. Max altitude, who guessed? 12,999. Microsoft, good job there. Range is 530 nautical miles. Now, it does say here that they run the PT6A 65AG's engines, both of which are pushing 17,000 RPMs, and is the range of those with the propellers, right? Cruising airspeed, 8,000 feet, 191 knots, or or miles per hour. Knots is 166. Sorry. Then it says that the max, the takeoff weight is 16,000 pounds, which is insane. That's a lot of weight. Landing weight 16,000 pounds as well. So in kilograms, that's 7.257. Unbelievable numbers. It's a very powerful engine. We're going to take it up for a test fly. I'm going to show you how it sprays, how to load the fuel in there to spray it. I did try it out offline. It's a pretty good aircraft. Not the best aircraft, but here we go, guys. We're going to try this out today, so let's do it. Okay, wingspan is 59.2 inch, 59 feet and 2 inches, I should say. Wing area is 107 square feet, and fuel capacity is 254 US gallons. What other specs can I tell you on this? So it has a tail wheel that is a 17.5 times 6.256. I'm not sure what size wheel that is. Maybe one of you guys know. Let me know in the comments below. So it says here that it can go up to 610 nautical miles, so a little further than the Microsoft Flight Simulator one. We do have the fire one with the dump, or maybe the water rescue one. I'm not sure what that is, but there's two different variants of this aircraft. Many different liveries as well, which I'll be showing you right here. So they got a few different ones. I think these are Microsoft Flight Simulators. This aircraft, again, is made... I think this is... we'll have to find out who it's made from. Stall speed is 91 miles per hour. And stall speed at useful landing is 63 knots. So I guess with flaps all the way down is what that's telling us. Rate of climb is 780 FPM at 16,000 pounds. Takeoff 2,000 feet at 16,000 pounds. So we need 2,000 feet of runway fully loaded. I think this thing can hold up to 7,000 gallons of fuel on takeoff. But of course, I wouldn't recommend that for the first try. And Asobo Studios is the developer of this aircraft. So Asobo's pretty good so far. It has been decent. This one, I did try it a little bit. It's okay. It's not the best Asobo one, but it's not the worst either. So let's give it a flight and try it out, guys. See how it flies, see how it handles. I'll show you how to start it up right now, and we'll get started. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up. We do appreciate the support. We're growing strong. We're trying to get better at videos, and we can't do it without your help, so consider subscribing. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. And we're growing. We're doing it. So come be a part of it. All right, here we go. Finally in this beautiful piece of machinery. Hopefully I don't crash into those buildings in front of us. You know me, dude. I'm not that great at any of this. So let's go ahead and click on here. We'll put it in daytime because we can't spray fields at night. I tried to pick a relatively nice area with fields everywhere. We're going to see what we can do here. And I got to go take off the pitot cover, or the static cover here. And it will not start up. I found out the hard way. Without taking off the covers on the front of the aircraft. I was wondering why I could not get this thing started before, and it's because I never took these covers off. The ones that say remove. Pretty genius thing there, right? I mean, it says it, and I still didn't do it. So definitely make sure, if you don't have a problem with this thing starting up, like I did, I had a problem with it starting up, make sure you take off the covers. That was one of the first mistakes I made. It's a pretty nice looking aircraft on the walk around. I don't want to waste too much time out here. All the fun stuff's on the inside, so. But I do like it. It's nicely modeled and everything, so let's go ahead and jump inside and get to the meat of this project here. So here's your, you got your, I don't know what, this says it's a mixture, right? But it also, for some reason, was saying spray earlier. Now it's saying mixture, so maybe it loaded correctly. Here is emergency dump. So if you have a bunch of loaded liquid here, you're going to be able to see it in this window down here. So we'll load that up and I'll show you. This is your emergency dump. It will dump all of that immediately. Or you could press the Z button on your keyboard and that will spray as well. So let's go ahead and we'll press tab, pull up our tablet for this, and we'll go to airplane and we'll go to liquid. Here you can click on this and you can type in as much as you want or as least as you want. You can do fully loaded, or I think you can even take more than that. You can take 800 gallons, which is an insane amount of weight. If you see here, total mass 7,526, which we don't want to do that. For the sake of this video, we'll take about 200, I believe. Okay, 200 should do it. 200, and then you just load it into aircraft. Now that's loaded. We have fuel as well. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that too. We'll leave that alone. They said that seat arrangement, like you can't put anybody in the configuration of the seat for some reason. I don't know if they updated that, but in the beginning when it first came out, you weren't able to do that. So let's jump back inside the aircraft here. Now, what else can I tell you about this aircraft? Okay, so we have a little lock here that we want to remove in order for this control to work. So, and your battery switch. So we're going to turn battery switch on, which is this little guy there. And then I don't think this is all your avionics. So in order to get this thing started, you're going to have to put some fuel in it by hitting this fuel pump and letting that come up to a certain pressurization. Now, with this, you just want to move them past the locks. So you see these gray little locks right there? So you want to move that up past the lock right there. And the same with this. Okay, this can come back to, it doesn't have to be all the way up. For takeoff, you want to keep your prop RPMs about 90% with this one. And then you go down here, you have your initiation, right? So you're going to have to do a couple things first here, right? So let's go ahead and put, oops, that's not it. I'm sorry. Our condition light on, right? Or one of these are our condition light. And then we're going to come and turn on our wing light. And we could go ignition start. I think you have to go to continuous here, and then the generator, actually, no, you don't have to put on yet. What else did I have to do? I know there's another, that's my main light on. What was the other one? I forget which one it was. Was it this? No, that's a rinse. I know there's another button that I had to press to turn this bad boy on. That's your strobes, right? Alright. What was the other button here? Oh, starter. There we go. Starter comes on. There we go. It's the propeller's going to start spinning up now. I'll let that go. Now, the sounds of this thing are nothing to write home about. They actually don't sound that great. Alright, let's see here. There we go. So, once you get it pumping up there, you hit the initiator, And then this will automatically shut off for you once we get past a certain RPMs on the ITT here. So your initiator came off automatically. I didn't touch that. Now that we have that on, you go ahead and press enter, enter. You can turn your comm radios on. I believe they'll come on. I'm not sure how. Should be on. Generator. There we go. There's no autopilot in this aircraft. So, let me show you this real quick. So if we wanted to load up this airplane so you can see, I'm going to just show you an example, right? So we'll put 7,000 and load. All right. Now you can see in this window the tank full, and down here the tank is full. So I just wanted to show you that you could see that if you wanted to, right? So we'll go back to 200, enter, load. Alright, there we go. Back to 200. We don't need that much fuel, okay? And this is your emergency dump. I wouldn't touch that yet. Your fuel cutoff is over here if you want to turn off your aircraft too. Alright, let's go ahead and turn around here. And your brake is down here as well, this little red button. We're going to be slightly heavy. I don't know if I'm going to hit this wall right here, but let's pretend like we're not. I'm going to pretend like I did not just hit... Oh, and I hit the wall. What the heck? Alright, so just like that, we're in the air, guys. Alright. It's flying relatively nice. So we want to put the prop up. Keep that... Whoops. Okay. Well, I was going to try to do a takeoff, but it just... I crashed into that wall, so... Let's try to spray a field. This is pretty fun to fly, though, I'll tell you that. So in order to spray a field, we go ahead and hit Z. It's kind of fun flying this thing. Oh, I crashed again. I'm terrible at this thing. Alright, well, I guess I shouldn't be a crop duster. It does fly okay. If you want to see the emergency dump, let me show you that real quick here. I always like to take emergency dumps, especially at work. Here we go. Ready? That was it? Okay. It didn't dump as much as I thought it would. Let's try to fill it again all the way. 800. Here we go. Ready? Watch this emergency dump. Ready? Now that is an emergency dump. Here's the airport. I just found it. We can do some pretty good maneuvers here too. Check this out. Woohoo! I mean, I always thought crop dusting was like that, you know? Let's see if we can make the landing. I'm gonna pull rudder in here. I am white. Let's see. This plane is crazy. You know what? Let me go back around here. I'm gonna hit that tower. Who put a tower right next to the runway? That's crazy, right? Why do they put a tower right next to the runway? God knows. So overall, my opinion of this aircraft is it flies kind of squeaky. It doesn't really respond as well as I would think it would. It takes a lot more handling. It's not very... it's like driving a tractor in the air, I would say. Which I thought these things would be more versatile and more like, you know, maneuverable, but it feels very heavy, like a big aircraft, even if it's light, which is strange because it does have a lot of horsepower and everything in it. So I'm not sure if I'm just not using it correctly or what. Let's try to land it and see what happens. And we'll wrap this video up. But I don't know, it's kind of fun to fly. I wouldn't say it's the best aircraft. It's definitely not up there with some of the other ones I reviewed. It needs a little work still. But it's nice. It works relatively good. If you're in the crop dusting, it's a lot of fun. And the sprayers are pretty cool. Remember, you press Z to spray your aircraft. Or spray the field with the aircraft, I should say. Alright, let's see if we can do this. My God, who put that tower there? Am I going to hit that tower? Man, it's very difficult to control this thing too, by the way. I don't know why. The flight it just doesn't feel like it's right, you know? Like, it's such a weird landing, right? Like, that shouldn't even land this smooth. It was a terrible landing, but it did. Like, you could even fly this thing, like, sideways at a low speed. I tried it before, right? So, watch this. Let's say I want to just chill down here. Watch. Look at this. So, if you want to just fly it, it's pretty crazy that it works like that, right? Whoops. I better stop, but... Anyway. I mean, you can fly this thing, like, relatively crazy. It's nice looking. It works pretty good. I don't know if it's the... It definitely needs a lot of work. I think the trim needs work. The ground handling's okay. It's still squeaky, like a Coronado. But it definitely... This one definitely needs a little bit of TLC. It feels like a very cheaply modeled aircraft. You know? I feel like if I were to go into one of these just blank ones here, it would be just as good as this one, you know? It's really, I wouldn't say a very, very cheaply made aircraft. But fun! I do like the outside modeling. It's a lot of fun on the inside. Most of the stuff works relatively well. I did notice one other thing, too, that, I noticed one thing about this too is, let me turn off the fuel. So the landing lights here retract right and left, and you have to hold them to extend them. But if you hold them for too long, they'll actually face kind of too far forward and up, which is kind of weird. And the landing lights themselves are very, like, you can barely even see them. So it's not very good lighting. And I think the animation went way too far up the wing. I don't know if that's normal because the way the aircraft sits on the ground, that it's supposed to have the light that on that kind of an angle. Maybe it is. I don't know. But if you guys know, let me know in the comments. But that's one thing I thought that was kind of weird about the plane, is that when you extend the lights, I mean, you can extend them a little bit less than that and have them level with the aircraft wing, but it looks like, you know, they're kind of under there, you know. So they extend from both sides, but strange. I don't know. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Sorry for all the crashing.